Also plan going to dairy foods
There it is.
and milk valuation. Some fundraisers. Right now, we're in the middle of a fundraiser where we sell chocolate hazelnuts. We have at least 5 boxes per year to sell. We have done 56 sessions.
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing selling swags and wreaths for Christmas this year.
Um,
Cutting very green and making them.
yeah, we're making swag, so like centerpieces to put on your table or whatever, and then wreaths you put on your door or something like that. And then, we're also planning on doing a bake sales at the, basketball games. Huh? Yes, and in front of Spruce Street, which is a really popular spot for a bunch of people to come, that make a lot of money. I mean, I did it last year. We had a, sophomore raising money for the class and we made like $500, so it's really profitable to go out there. You know, kind of put ourselves out there as FFA, let people know that we're here and, that we want to be supported by all of you. And, it's been really nice this year. We've done a lot of good activities, a lot of competitions, actively participated in a bunch of things. And, we just wanted to let you guys know that we're here, or want to be recognized. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
What are you guys gonna sell on the wreaths?
Where?
Yeah.
Christmas next line.
Okay.
All right. Any adjustments to the agenda?
Just that we would like to discuss moving the board, meetings to a different location.
Okay.
So we'll maybe talk about that.
Right, for the discussion. Okay. Any public comment on non-agenda items?
Nothing.
Okay. Consent calendar. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. And opposed? Fiscal overview, Lacey. Since she's not here.
I'm pretend Lacey, no.
Any questions about Lacey's, fiscal overview? How about that?
And we were, just so you guys know that her and I had, I have met with her one time, but I just finished getting the last of the things to the auditors. And we're on track to have our audit done by December, so okay, exciting.
Okay. Any questions regarding that? Okay, vocational rehabilitation report. Any questions on that?
That's just our annual, it's the YTP program, and so it's just it's an annual contract that we have to do every year.
It's mandatory. They never missed a period or got a five. Anything.
Any questions? Okay, let's move forward. Superintendent reports.
Okay, so I know that everybody's probably heard the state is asking different departments budget reductions from beginning step of 2.5% to 5%. So that's trickle down effect for us. It's not set in stone, of course, but they're wanting you to attend. At this point, the big forecast is on Wednesday, the 19th. So if the forecast is gloomy, then they will put into effect, probably they'll start at 2.5, which includes, of course, the state Department of Education. A lot of it is, they've already presented, on Friday, I was in a big Zoom meeting, they presented all the different reductions. There's a variety of programs that we don't have that will be impacted. So that there's a variety of different pots of money. State school fund may or may not be affected. So the monies we receive straight from the state school fund, not from EIAC or any of those other things, just state school fund may not be affected. It'll be the last one to show a deficiency. So what could happen, potentially on Wednesday, if we get a poor revenue forecast, then they will ask the districts then to come up with a 2.5% reduction across the board, or a 5% reduction across the board. They're still saying that the 25-26 school year will not be affected. So there wouldn't be that, I know that in 2008, they actually took money away from us in May of 2008. That's not going to happen. So the dollar amount basically is looking at a 5%, 2 to 5% reduction for the 26-27 school. So it will be on the back half of the biennium. So for us, that's as much as 300,000 or 400,000 for the second year of the actual biennium. I don't anticipate that large of a cut, but it will have major impact on SIA. And then it will have major impact on our high school success. So those two programs will show could be as much as 10 or 15% cut in both of those, which would have major impact on us, because then we'd have to move monies that we're using on those grants into our state school fund. So that in the general fund. So you're actually going to lose money one way or the other, if that way. So we'll know more by the next meeting, and you'll hear on Wednesday whether or not the forecast, how gloomy the forecast is. So if it's gloomy, you can kind of bet that we will start looking at ways to adjust next year's budget and ways to save money for the remainder of this year, so that we don't go into that dismal downward trend as you have been in before. So we'll avoid that any way we can. Fortunately, our ADMW is still solid and not changing, which is great. So as long as we don't start to move down in that spiral, then because that's a double whammy, then I think we'd be fine. Next week is, of course, no school all week for Thanksgiving. Today I met with one of the commissioners and Jason Wilson and I've got to forget the other guy's name from the fair board about the two oak trees sitting over the top of the Elks Pavilion and the ash tree. We came to the conclusion that we'd already gotten bids, Dan and I had already gotten bids, quotes to take care of those three trees. The ash tree is going to be done. It's leaning over the fence. It's pretty much the biggest pain. And then the two huge oak trees will be cut. The guys will cut in, they'll cut about 33% of that arcing. So if it were to fall, it would not reach the Elks Pavilion because that's the direction it's going to go. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to ask, and Mr. Sweet felt that the county would give us some money. I will ask for half of that, and the bid was $4,500 to do all of that work. And that's cleaning, that's taking everything out. And like I said, they're going to do that tomorrow. So we want to do that before the wind starts blowing or some severe weather might have an oak tree falling on the Elks Pavilion. So we're taking care of that. Greenhouse is getting closer to completion. I think we're nearing it, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks out. So we're about there. And then for Maple Middle School, just the Jensen practice, we're giving away 8 Thanksgiving baskets to families in need, with families, majority of the kids here. And then Annie had 8 turkeys donated by the case. So that will have, all of those will have potatoes, all of those will have stuffing, all of those will have rolls, etc. for those 8 families. We're delivering 6, and 2 families are going to pick those up next Tuesday at 10 o'clock. So and then Tabitha is delivering the other 6 on that day. And then Christmas Lights Tonight is on the 13th of December, and it actually starts at noon. So that's from noon to and they're closing their thing down at 7, so they're done sooner than later this time. So the mayor was here today and handing out brochures, so just so you know that. Okay. That's all I know.
Questions for Steve?
moving forward with the enrollment report.
Let's hold our own, guys.
Stable.
We're just sitting there.
Yeah,
Looks good.
questions? All right, OSBA Legislative Policy Committee candidates for Douglas and South Dakota. Looks like we have two candidates. We have Steve Emerson and Janet Holland. Question on either of those candidates?
Anybody know either one of them?
I don't, the guy applied, I don't know. I don't know the guy from.
I thought Janet Holland might be able to be more effective in the position because she's had experience in the past working, on legislative policy through her career.
Yeah.
I really appreciated Janet's experience as well. And her identification, not just of issues that we're all really aware of, but some solutions passively to addressing issues that we know already exist. So,
Better answers there.
Yes.
Just saying what the problems are. Agrees with me.
Any other discussion regarding our candidates? Okay. All right, we're at first reading of policy GCBA GBBB. Any questions regarding those policies? All right. Moving on. Moving board meetings. So do we have a place?
Yeah, thought was, I just, we thought about this right before because it's old, now it's a bit more. The high school band is not being used.
She's gonna have to remind me a couple times. She,
Yeah. We know, I think the setup would be easier. It would, parking lots adjacent. And so I think it would be, kind of, it would almost be ideal. It wouldn't be hardship on anybody. We're not in anybody's way. So.
I think if everybody would be able to hear better in there too, like Kelly just said, it's really this echo.
In the band.
We'll be in there just jamming out.
Well, we're gonna take a good, yeah, exactly. We'll take a look and then send out an email before the January meeting. And that was the good thing. There is no December meeting, just remember that. There's no December meeting.
Thank you.
Remind you guys would have that. So, we'll, that's in consideration. So we'll look and see what Kayla and I and Barry come up with.
Yeah, I think most of us are pretty flexible, so we'll
I think so.
go wherever.
Where was the goal?
Where civil the agenda.
Yes, there's.
All right. Yeah, that sounds fine. Okay, moving on. Let's go to public comment regarding agenda items.
I have nothing.
Okay. Then vote for OSBA Legislative Policy Committee candidate.
I laid it somewhere, I think in front of Justin,
Sarah.
they're suggested,
He's the one that you
and
know.
that was suggestion.
Good one.
there. I move that the Myrtle Point School District Board support Janet Holland for the OSBA Legislative Policy Committee position.
Yep.
I guess. All right.
It's the usual.
No,
Any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Hearing no, any nays? Okay.
Send that in, Gary.
Yeah. All right, coming meeting input, so the January.
Well, I guess we're gonna have some input on.
I just have a couple of things. I just wanted to remind everybody, I know I've emailed you all a couple different times about the meeting on December 2nd. So if you're wanting to go, you need to get a hold of Barb and I forwarded all those emails to you, but I'll give you this.
4 to 6 PM.
Yep,
And all legislators have actually, said that they would be there. David Brockson, they said he'd be there last year, didn't show up, but, so that they have committed to being there. So
and they'll have hors d'oeuvres, so, but they do want to have a head count, so they're trying to make sure we do that. And then the other thing I needed to let you guys know is I, just got through doing, some training and I have to set you all up in Safe Schools, which is a. It's a modular, system that has like, you have to watch a certain amount of like clips and stuff, and then they'll have a little test. But because you are mandatory reporters, annually, you have to take the take this like.
mandatory.
Yep, and it's not very long, it's like, yeah, they only have to do it once. So I just want you guys to be aware, because I will get you all set up in the next couple of weeks. And then I will shoot out an invitation in your email, and your username and password will be your first name and last name. Because guess what? Nobody wants to take your test for you. So I don't think anybody's gonna get into your test. So just be watching for that from me.
Can I have a comment about the legislative representatives night.
Yep.
Has anyone been to one of those? And
I've been to
can you describe what it's like? I mean, is it just you go up and talk to the representatives about issues your school district has, or?
So it's a room full of people, basically. They, I think Court will be there and Dave Broxton and, the guy that does.
Dick Anderson.
Yeah.
Dick Anderson.
Boomer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dick Anderson. And they basically give a spiel of their own, how they support schools, et cetera. And then, and not necessarily political views, I mean, but more school views, to education. And then, of course, the question and answers. Then you're gonna get, some, what can you do? What have you done lately? So that's basically what it is.
Is it
It's a form, it's a form.
Yeah, is it helpful for?
It could be, I mean, I don't know that you're going to, change their political views, on whatever, but they have the ability to tell you what those are.
Mhm.
And I don't think it's a vote for me kind of, it's never been, the ones that I have been to, it's never a vote for me.
Okay.
It's giving out information that deals directly with us
And how,
and South Coast.
okay, and how often do they have?
Once, for us, annually.
Oh, okay, so this isn't like once every 5 years? Right?
Oh, no, because you have different legislatures.
Okay, great.
But I think when I went, they talked about like stuff that they were going to be working on
Yeah.
for schools. So kind of gave you an idea of what might be coming down.
And they have the short session starting in January, or February, that probably is some of the things that they will talk about, maybe some bills that one of them might be presenting, that kind of thing.
Thank you.
And it's not just open to board members, it's open to the district staff as well. If you guys are interested, let me know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody on board though, other than me?
All right. Any announcements? Okay. Go to the order. Let's start with Julie.
I would like to thank all the teachers for the parent teacher conference. It was really nice to see everyone and all the teachers, even though it was a Thursday night, they seemed very excited to be there, so. Very nice.
Sarah.
Just looks like the district is hopping with everybody's activities and things going on and getting ready for holidays. Faster and faster. And I hate the dark hours.
Justin.
Yes, same we said there. I think the first part of this school year's went great, so nice, a pretty good school week off on Thanksgiving and we just finished volleyball, and football, so very successful, tough game on Saturday. So it's, good. And then great job to FFA, so I can see what they're doing, so it's good.
I'm glad to see that it's been too easy on the board lately, that we're gonna have cuts maybe coming, so, you know, but I think we did a very good job of avoiding stuff lately. Now, we don't, can't, so we're back to that, so. I'm sure Steve will help us navigate whatever we have to do. Fall sports are over, winter starting, days are too short.
Bridget.
Couple things. One, so proud of all of our students, the teachers, but our athletes that participated in the state championship process of quarterfinals, our volleyball team. I was able to attend the state, the game down in Klamath Falls. It's so proud to be a Bobcat. I love our community. I love they show up and support our teams. We had one evening when NFHS could not show the football game in Napa, and there was a bunch of us at home that just couldn't watch the game, and Jamie Blanton got on there and did Facebook Live, and the community, the people that love our kids, whether they had kids playing or not. I just love how much adoration our community has for our kids. So that was great. I do appreciate the board and the superintendent for allowing me to have these absences to participate and watch my boys play for Bobcat football team. And sitting at this table, being a part of the board is really important, critical work. Having a voice to make a difference for our students is so important. And I don't take that lightly. So it does, I do appreciate that you give me the grace to do that. But I do commit to be here and use my voice for that. And it's really important. With that, I would like to find a way to have conversations with the board or the superintendent in the future, whatever that looks like, to advocate a little bit more for student voice at the table. What does it mean to be able to bring forward the student voice? I know there's a process. I don't know what that is, but I just wanted to plant the seed for whatever the superintendent and the board want to figure out how we might be able to advance our conversation. And that, thank you for letting me be.
I just want to say thank you to FFA for coming. It's really awesome. I love it when, we get updates about what's actually going on. It's, we don't hear it very often. And when you don't have a kid that's involved, then it's like, you don't know what's going on. And then that's, yeah, thank you. And then, also, I really liked that Maple School did the teacher conferences like they do at the high school, where they could just come in and see them whenever it's accommodating where you go, unless you have to have an actual scheduled one. But I think that worked out really well for Maple School. And with that, let's adjourn the meeting.